So we go into what we call America's Playground. We go into Las Vegas. A group of hackers by the name of Spider Scatter attacked Caesars and MGM Grand. They forced a halt to gambling, even to a point where you couldn't get into your own hotel room because they controlled the keys and the magnetic strips, right? So if you left your room, you had to like call a guy with a master key to get back in. These hackers, they said when they attacked Caesars, it was a very sophisticated ordeal, like multiple levels, and it was very hard for them to get in there. Once they finally did break in, they said, if you pay us a $15 million ransom, we'll leave you guys alone. And of course, Caesars smartly, 15 mil, they make that in a day. They paid them and it just rolled out, right? Business as usual. Yeah. MGM said, F you, buddy. We're not paying. So they said, say less. But they then explained that for the MGM Grand, it was the simplest hack they've ever did. These guys went on LinkedIn, found a high-level employee, his name, his address, where he lives, his age, called the help desk for corporate at MGM, said, I'm this guy that they know as being like a high-level guy. And I messed up my password. I need a reboot and let me reset my password. So they let him reset his password so he can get back in on the back end with high-level clearance and shut everything down, right? So they gained complete access of everyone's personal information, all time. And here's the scary part for this area. The MGM happens to own the Borgata. So anyone in AC that went anywhere near the Borgata they have all your information. They have your credit cards. They have your name. They have your address. They have your everything. All because they wouldn't pay. They were like, we're not going to do anything. They were like, okay, well, Caesars was actually hard and they paid. Yours was so easy. I literally acted like a guy and called the help desk and they let me get into the back end of the system and they destroyed everything in Vegas. Messed it all up. And by the way, just to let you know, MGM is a $34 billion company.
Could you imagine if you were on a heater and then all of a sudden this thing
just shuts down?
No, I cannot imagine that. No,
I'm shooting like everyone.
That's you're gonna give me nightmares, dude.
Nightmares. You imagine even worse. You imagine you lost like your kid's college fund, and then you like get a loan. You're ready. You think you're gonna go back, and then they shut down everything. So you just you're a loser, and they have your info.
No, I cannot imagine any of that.
Dude, could you? I mean, I remember we talked about this guy, Dan the Train Man, who was like, like
great name, by the way.
Yeah, he was. You know how they do at the office? Everyone will chip in to get lottery tickets. He did it for years at SEPTA, and then the one time he didn't do it, the SEPTA won.
Was when they whaled it.
Yeah. When they won, and so could you imagine? If you're that guy, but now you're at Caesars and you're up, $100 grand or whatever the hell on some blackjack or some roulette, and then all of a sudden,
you guys are literally saying like my worst nightmares. Like,
could you imagine too, like a high roller too? They're gonna give you the suite, they're gonna give you the treatment. I can't even get in my room now. I can't even use the thing to get in my room. Insanity. All because they wouldn't pay $34 billion company. Wouldn't pony up the. Caesars is just awesome. Caesars is like, 15 mil, no problem. We'll steal that from some degenerate today.
They know Caesars knows that every minute they're shut down, they're losing hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Way more.
So it's like, okay, you'll have it back up in 10 minutes and we'll make back that money in 8 minutes. Like, come on. Yeah. No, MGM, get your head. Like, it's a pride thing at that point, and that's bad business. Yeah.
So I don't want anybody to feel sad, but anybody that's been in the Borgata the last week, I would check your bank statements and your credit cards just in case, because the Borgata is under MGM. Yeah, I know. Please do something.
Yeah.
Buy something cool.
You won't be able to buy anything. I'll tell you that.
I love that they use the oldest hack in the book. Just saying, I'm that
calling
dude.
The help desk.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah.
Didn't even take a keystroke.
Yeah. If you're MGM, dude, like you need to revamp your security.
The lady that made that possible on the help desk. Ooh. We just don't fire you. You gotta get tarred and feathered publicly.
Honestly though, I've dealt with these guys a lot, like the help desk people. Right. What it was is I bet this person probably had top-notch quality customer service, was super polite and helpful, and like was following the script.
A good person.
Right. But what they do in offices is that one of the biggest things that I think Liam, I mean, I think we all kind of have it as a skill is problem solving, right? And one of the things that they eliminate in an office setting is the problem solving skill, because there's so many people that they'll be given a sheet and a workflow
script.
and like they're like, look, you do this and you do this
that.
and you just repeat every day. Like you have a list of things you have to do. We've given you a workflow of how to do it, and that's just what you do. And you can't, like, if they have to think outside the box, they crumble. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, yeah, like if
they're
they
almost
have
a robot.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is. If they think outside the box, they shut down. So it's that hopefully, I mean, I don't know, but it seems to me it's that type of person that like, okay, I'm following the script, I'm doing my job, and I'm blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, dude, if maybe you thought for a second, like it's a man's name, but it's a woman on the phone that maybe, or maybe you have to check with a manager, you get higher level clearance to, whatever, but it is what it is. But that was really good stuff. But let's keep it moving.